So we were practicing that basically no one and nothing needs to change. It's just realizing what is it inside me that's getting triggered. And recently I have given a lot of thought to this thing that, you always want appreciation. Everybody wants acknowledgement and appreciation for what you do. Yes, you want people to acknowledge and you want people to appreciate what you do. For anybody other, anybody other than yourself. But then, if you just checked how grateful are you for what everyone does for you, then you will know that I'm not even talking about appreciative. I'm just talking about gratitude. Even if you don't express it, do you have the gratitude? Or are you taking others for granted? And if you're taking others for granted, then the dissatisfaction that you feel, and you believe that dissatisfaction is coming because others are not appreciating you, actually that dissatisfaction is coming from not having enough gratitude. You feel that you are feeling disappointed or dissatisfied because somebody is not appreciating you. But basically the karma that we are doing of not being grateful for what we are getting is what's causing the dissatisfaction. And if you just did that, I'm not saying that if you did that, people will start appreciating you. I'm saying that when you do that, you will stop seeking appreciation. If you just had gratitude for what you have got, you will stop seeking appreciation for what you are doing and your problem will be solved. So we don't understand that our discontentment is not coming from what we are not getting, it's coming from what we are not doing. And sometimes we don't understand these things and we start and we keep laboring to get what we think is going to take the disappointment away. But it doesn't work like that. And if you just had gratitude for what you have got, then you will never seek appreciation. You will always feel you are getting enough. But we don't have the gratitude, and then we try to use what we are doing to get appreciation to fill that gap. But it's not this way that it works. Am I making sense to you? Do you get it? And just check how much of gratitude do you have. So I'm not just talking about things that you've got physically or people, but now that we have Baba and we are getting Baba's love, Baba's attention, Baba's knowledge, Baba's guidance, everything we are getting. But do we have gratitude for this? Do we acknowledge what we have got? And I think if you appreciate that enough, then you will be free from expectations. You will be free from this whole thing about, this person should give me this back, or they should do this or that, because your heart will sing this song, I've got enough. And many a times when, when children who are not Baba's children yet, or they are not getting their sustenance from Baba, they come and tell me that, I have complaints, or I'm not getting enough. I understand that. But then when Baba's children tell me I'm not getting enough, then I'm reminded of this thing that my heart never says I want anything, because it always sings this song, I've got enough, more than whatever I could ever ask for, because Baba is filling my apron with treasures every day. And if you don't have the gratitude for what you have got, you don't have the right to ask for what you think you should get. So we must understand these laws. And I'm not even saying that if you have gratitude, you will get appreciation. You won't need it. It won't matter. Even if you get it, you will be too humble to take it in. You will have the humility to not depend on that. It won't matter at all. So just have gratitude for what you've got. And I don't think we can have gratitude for things that are perishable. Yes, because sometimes, when this question of count your blessings comes up, then some people will say that you should think you're blessed because you have a house and you have running water and you have food and you have people and other stuff. But I don't think you can have gratitude for things that are perishable, because as soon as you start appreciating them, you also have fear of, what if I lose them, right? So that thing comes up. So, but when you have access to the imperishable, you know who you are, you know who you belong to, what you have access to, and you have clarity about your aim and you know how to reach it. That's what you need to have gratitude about. So this is something that I wanted to talk about today, because there are lots of messages I receive every day, about some complaint about what somebody is not doing or something that's not happening. But I don't think that that's the way to get where you want to get, because, again, if we are a beggar in our spiritual stage, we cannot be choosers. Beggars will never have choice. That's how it works. So this is something. And then today Baba is also talking about doer consciousness. So, this I am doing it. Yes, so there is this whole thing, I am doing it. And yesterday there was this sister and she was telling me how in her office she has a new boss, and that boss tried to tell her that he doesn't value her work, and that all these years, whatever work she has been putting in, is because he says that she doesn't deserve any recognition for the work she did because she got paid. And she said it was very rude and I felt very undervalued, and I felt like I've given my whole life to this work, and now I'm being said that you got paid, so you did nothing and it was all compensated. But I think I deserve a little more, dignified treatment, even if that treatment is I don't need anything, I don't want anything externally, but at least that recognition that I did something for the organization or I was helpful, at least that much. So you cannot say that just because I got paid, so it doesn't matter. So she was saying all these things, and then I told her, that in spirituality, we understand that there are three things. There is karma, and there is Baba, and there is drama. Yes, there is karma, there is Baba, and there is drama. And if you want to lead a happy life, you have to operate in the central point that a triangle of these three dots creates. Okay, so if these are three dots, karma, Baba, and drama, then you have to operate somewhere in the middle. So your relationship with all the three should be very good. Only then can you have a contented life. So what does that mean? So you see that you have to perform action, which is inevitable. You are in the field of action, so you cannot not do something. Even not doing something is karma. Okay, so you cannot, in this field of action, in this karam kshetra, even if you choose not to do something, that's a choice, that's karma. So you are always doing karma. Now the thing is, when you are doing your karma, remember two things. First thing, that now that I am Baba's child, part of what I am doing or all that I am doing is being guided and inspired and empowered by Baba. It's now that my buddhi is being fed with Baba's knowledge and that I'm taking my power from Baba. So I cannot say that I am doing it because I didn't know how to do it this way. So, when you get, so whatever you are doing is what Baba is giving you and you are expressing in action. So when you remember that, then you will always remember that you and Baba are both doing it. So if there is a credit, you share it. If there is a discredit, you share it. Okay, so that's how it works. Now, this is about Baba. So whenever you're doing something, somebody says, you took a very good class. I say, no, I don't know how to take a class. I never took a class. It was before Baba, I didn't know how to speak. So this is how Baba has given everything. So you cannot take credit for something you didn't know how to do before Baba. Okay. And if somebody doesn't like the class, okay, I tell Baba, see, he's criticizing your class, so you better take care of this one because I don't know. I don't know whether it was good or bad. So if they don't like it, your problem, not mine, yes? So that's how, when you work with Baba, you are free from what's coming from that work. Yes, second thing, drama. So, you are doing everything, but then everything is happening in its own time. So you may be a doctor, but you are not healing anybody. You are not treating anybody. Because if you were treating anybody, why couldn't you treat all of them? Yes, so you are an instrument and they are getting treated because it's their time to get healed. Yes, so it's all happening according to the drama. So you will be, and so when you are doing something, you must know that your action is what you are doing because that's what Baba is inspiring, and that's what you understand, and that's what feels right to you. But then the consequence that's coming is because that's the destined consequence in drama. Yes. And you know what this whole journey is about? This whole journey is about being so aligned with Baba, being so aligned with purity and our virtues, that you are in the right place at the right time. And when you are in the right place at the right time, then whatever you touch will change to gold. Because you will be there at the time when it's time for it to change to gold. So that's what your relationship with Baba does to you. And when you understand that it's all happening according to drama, then you're not burdened by anything that goes wrong, and you are not, you're not flying because something went right. Because you understand that this accuracy is coming from your alignment, your connection with Baba. And whenever you are connected with Baba, you will be at the right place at the right time. And I will tell you, I have an experience that you will speak the words you never knew how to speak. You will do things you never knew how to do, because it's time for you to become the instrument for that situation or that person to get better. And Baba will do it through you. You will be at the right place at the right time. But then you should know that it's all, and when you don't give regard to this thing called drama and Baba, then you're on your own, and then you operate with something called the ego, which gives you a lot of sorrow, because you do everything in I am doing it consciousness, and then you take more sorrow than happiness out of your actions. Yes, and so there are times when people won't give you credit, and when they don't give you credit, you should know that yes, anyways, what is there to have credit for? You are doing it according to the drama, and Baba is helping you. So there is nothing to take credit for. So even if somebody is not giving you credit, you have the humility to not get hurt. Yes, because you understand that basically we are not doing anything. And if they say you're not doing anything, it doesn't hurt you. Because they are saying it in an egoistic manner, but spiritually that's true, is it not? That's spiritually true. So you can always connect with that spiritual meaning of what it means that you're not doing anything, and you can take it with humility. You will not want to defend yourself, or you won't want to push that person to change their opinion, because although they are speaking physically, you take it spiritually that yes, we are not doing anything anyway. And yet we are doing everything, because if we don't do, then it doesn't get done. So we are instruments. Yes. So that brings us to thinking, do you give credit to your machines? So you don't give credit to your machines because they are instruments. Yes. You think you operate them and they run on electricity. So they are not to be credited. Yes. So we are also like that machine. So Baba is operating us, and we are running through electricity called the drama. So the drama is making us work and Baba is guiding us. So you are not no better than a machine. So don't give yourself too much credit for what you're doing. And then Baba says, if you don't take the credit, nobody can take that credit away from you. This is such a freeing thing. If you are not taking the credit for what you're doing, nobody can take that credit away from you. Yes, and when I came to this path, very early on, I learned something. So, if you have a price, you will be bought. So don't have a price. Don't have a price. Do everything knowing that it's Baba who is making you do it, and you are everything when you are with Baba, and you're nothing without Baba. So anything that comes your way, you just offer it to Baba, whether it's appreciation or whether it is defamation. And if you operate always like this, then Baba tells a very good thing today. You will never depend, you will not be dependent. You will not be dependent on anything external. Results, credit, nothing you will depend on. And you will do your best, you will get the best, but there will be no dependency. And what better way there is to operate than doing everything with freedom. So, when I came to Baba, somebody told me that Dadi Prakashmani ji was the chief of Brahma Kumaris at that time. And when she went to bed, she's the chief administrative head of Brahma Kumaris, and she is the one who is in charge of all the centers worldwide. Do you understand what kind of a responsibility that is? And yet when she went to sleep, she would go off to sleep in a minute. So when she hit the bed, it wouldn't take her any time to go off to sleep. There was no thought of what was going on in the day which could stop her from having a peaceful sleep. And it made me wonder, if I have something on my mind, or I had something on my mind at that time, I couldn't go to sleep. It took me so much time to just process it and put an end to it, or probably get so tired processing it that I would sleep. But then I figured out what's the secret of how Dadi could go off to sleep so easily. And that secret was that she did it like this, the way I told you today. Always with Baba and in remembrance and awareness of drama. So when you do that, you stay so light during the day that nothing can stop you from having a good night's sleep. So this is something. And then Baba, so there are so many children who ask a very good question, which is, how do I know whether I'm soul conscious or body conscious? Do you ever have that question? So how do I find out whether I am soul conscious or body conscious? Because we are all practicing soul consciousness. All the time we are trying to be soul conscious. We are meditating so that we can keep that soul conscious stage intact. But then how do you know whether you are soul conscious or body conscious during the day? So Baba today gives us a very big treasure. He gives us 7 checkpoints. So there are 7 things he tells us, and you can check yourself based on those 7 points whether you're soul conscious or body conscious. So first point is, they will have a lot of spiritual love for one another. So what is physical love? Physical love is based on what you're getting from the person. Yes, we all love others, but then if you check deeply, you love people for what they are giving you. It could be emotional, it could be financial, it could be physical, but it's based on what they are giving you. Do you agree with that? Yes? You are always in love with someone because of what they are giving you. And what is spiritual love? Spiritual love is not based on what you are getting from them, it's based on who they are. You recognize who they are and you love them because they are who they are. And who are they? They are children of Baba. And you don't have the right to not love somebody who is the child of that one who loves you so much. So that's spiritual love. Spiritual love is not based on what you're getting from them. Spiritual love is based on the recognition of who they are, and who they are is they are Baba's children. So you don't have the right to not love them. Do you understand? You don't have the right to not love Baba's children. When Baba loves you so much. Yes, so, and when you understand this and you recognize that they are Baba's children and you don't have the right to give them any other energy, that's spiritual love. So, Baba, do you know that you cannot slap another person's child? You are forbidden from doing that, right? So similarly, you don't have the right to send any other energy to that one who belongs to Baba. You're forbidden from that. And if you just drill this into your consciousness, it will, this is a very helpful thing. And I've used this and it has helped me stay loveful with everyone, not a single exclusion. You will not need to exclude anybody from the list of souls you can love if you follow this one thing, that the basis of love is you know who they are, and who they are is they are God's children. So you are forbidden from having any other kind of relationship with them. So, and what is love? Love is 4 things. ABCD of love. I've taught it to souls who came earlier, so the new batch also. Love is 4 things. A for acceptance, B for belonging, C for care, and D for detachment. So when you accept them as they are, when you have a sense of belonging, that yes, you have a fraternal relationship because you are children of the same parent, so that's belonging. You care. There is an element of care in love. You cannot say, okay, I accept them and I don't care. That's not spiritual love. So there is acceptance, there is belonging, there is care, and then there is detachment, because you are not responsible for them. Your duty is to send that energy of acceptance and care and facilitate in whatever manner you can. But then your duty is not to take responsibility of their life or actions, because that's Baba's responsibility, and this sense gives you a sense of detachment. So that is spiritual love. And Baba says, soul conscious children, when you are soul conscious, you will remember that it's about Baba and they are Baba's children, so you will always have spiritual love for other souls. Then the second quality is they will never speak about the weaknesses of others. Yes, so even if they have a weakness, you want to eliminate it, right? You want them to rise above it. So you don't discuss and magnify something that you want to go away. So Baba says you don't hold it in your heart, or you don't magnify, or you don't discuss their weakness, because that's not what you want. You don't want their weakness to be magnified. You want it to go away. So that's what you do when you care. Then the third thing is they will give a lot of happiness to others. Yes, you give what you have. So when you're soul conscious, you are happy. And you will give happiness. Do you give happiness to others? How many of you give happiness to everyone you meet? And how many of you do that with the exception of one? You know, you say that I make everybody happy, only this one. Okay, this one I don't make happy, and I don't want to make happy. Sometimes you also say that. But that's not soul conscious. And I'm sure that what you're giving to the others also is not happiness. If there is that one, you are not sending happiness, because with others also you cannot give pure happiness. You must give everything for expectation in return if you are not filled with pure happiness in your heart. And if you're soul conscious, you are filled with pure happiness, then you give happiness to everyone. Okay, despite what they give you, because that's what you have. Okay. Then fourth thing is their happiness will never disappear. They will always stay in limitless happiness. So you will also have, a continuous and a stable stage of happiness within yourself. That's the quality of a soul conscious being. Fifth point is they will never come into conflict, because relationships matter more than ego. How do you never come to conflict? When it matters, when your relationship matters more than finding who is right. Okay, so when you're having a discussion about something, you will do it, and as soon as you see it changing into a conflict, you will stop it, because the relationship matters to you more than proving you were right. And when you are in a soul conscious state, you understand that there is no point proving who is right and who is wrong, and these things are just games that ego plays with you. Yes. How many people have you lost in this fight of who is right? Calculate today. Okay, how many relationships have you lost in this fight of who is right? And ask yourself deeply whether you missed them. And whether it would have been a good idea if you had a good ongoing relationship with all of them at this point of time. So we lose so many relationships in this fight, or we make them bitter, and we make them, stand on the other side, because we are very worried about who is right. And when you're soul conscious, your buddhi is able to discern that that's not important. And you never come into conflict. You always want to mend, you don't want to sabotage. Do you understand this? Yes, so that's the soul conscious soul. And I have learned from seeing soul consciousness in practical action. And I have seen seniors in the yajna, and there have been times when we were children and we didn't know, we wanted to get into a conflict. When you're young, you want to have a conflict and a battle and you want to win it. All that goes on, and then we've tried doing that and they have just surrendered, and today we know they won, because they made us what Baba wanted to make of us. So sometimes you feel that you're winning, but actually you're losing, because you're losing a relationship. You are breaking that bridge which could make them come closer to Baba. And when you remember that you are a soul and your aim is to be close to Baba and bring everyone close to Baba, you value the relationship more than who is right. And you don't go into conflict. Okay, so be very careful about this point. Okay. Sixth one is, with the awareness of all souls being brothers, they will have the awareness of picking up virtues. They will see everyone's virtues. They will be virtuous themselves and will also make others virtuous. So, do you know that when you have a physical brother and sister, Lokik brother and sister, even if the other person is able to see 10 defects in them, you are able to see the good in them. Yes, so when you know someone is your brother or sister, you have the eye to see virtues. And when you're soul conscious, you remember that they are your soul brother, so you can see virtues. And what you see will get more power. So there is a saying, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. So if you start seeing virtues, they start becoming virtuous. Then the seventh thing is, they will not remember anyone except the one Father. When you know you are a soul, you understand that the only one who matters is Baba. So the only one who dominates your heart and mind is Baba. So you will only remember Baba. That's the sign of a soul conscious soul. If you're remembering souls, if you're remembering things made of matter, then that's not soul conscious. So I hope we have got very clear indicators now, so you will not ask how do you find out whether you're soul conscious, because Baba gives the answer so clearly to us. Om Shanti.